Welcome to this podcast series on Turkish grammar. If you are learning Turkish, you have probably seen many lists of rules. A1 rules, A2 rules, maybe even rules you didn't ask for. This series is not about listing those rules. Instead, we'll look at what makes Turkish, Turkish. The parts that non-native speakers often find interesting, confusing, or difficult to explain, even when they know the rules. We will focus less on rules and more on meaning, function, and how Turkish actually works. In Turkish, the past is not only about when something happens, it's also about how the speaker knows it happens. And that is why Turkish has two common past forms, d and mış. They both point to the past, but they don't point to the past in the same way. They point to the speaker's access to information. Let's use one simple event. In English, we say, you came. And now listen to these two sentences in Turkish. Geldin, gelmişsin. Both mean you came, but there is a difference. And the difference is not in the action. The difference is in the speaker's position. Geldin shows direct evidence. When I say geldin, I'm saying I saw you come. I was there. I witnessed it. So d marks a past event that the speaker directly witnessed. The speaker talks from inside the scene. But gelmişsin shows indirect evidence. When I say gelmişsin, I'm saying I didn't see you come. I wasn't there to witness it, but I learned it later. Maybe someone told me. Maybe I read it somewhere. Or maybe I understood it from what I see now. So, mış marks a past event that the speaker knows indirectly. And why does Turkish need mış? Because much of what we know about the past comes to us indirectly. We hear things, we learn them later, we infer them. Turkish grammar makes this difference visible. It separates a witnessed past from a learned or inferred past. And there is also a subtle effect. Gelmişsin often carries a tone. Sometimes it sounds like discovery, like, so you came. Sometimes it sounds like distance or mild reproach. You came and I didn't know. That tone comes from the same place. The speaker is positioned outside the event. This is why mış appears so often when we talk about events the speaker couldn't possibly witness. For example, in English we say, my grandfather was born in Istanbul. In Turkish we say, benim dedem İstanbul'da doğmuş. The speaker wasn't there. The information comes from family stories, documents, or memory. That is why Turkish uses mış in this situation. And this is also why we don't usually say benim dedem İstanbul'da doğdu. This sentence is not grammatically wrong, but in natural usage it sounds unusual because d suggests direct witnessing. It sounds as if the speaker was there at the moment of birth. But, in real life, that is not possible. So, even though the sentence is grammatically correct, Turkish speakers normally avoid it. They choose mış instead, because it matches how the information was obtained. And now, a fun note. In everyday Turkish, when people gossip, pass on information, or talk about things they didn't see themselves, you will hear mış everywhere. In English, he asked about you yesterday. We say, o dün seni sormuş. In English, she has started a new job. We say, o yeni bir işe başlamış. In English, they are moving. We say, taşınıyorlarmış. Gossip lives in indirect knowledge, so doesmış. When you listen to Turkish, don't just listen for time. Listen to how knowledge shapes the sentence. If you would like to explore these ideas further, you can find related Turkish lessons on italki under the profile Sertaç. Grammar shapes more than time or knowledge. It also shapes how nouns become definite and specific. That's coming up in the next episode. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.